Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to SummerSlam Saturday. So we are kicking things off nice and early. It's 11 o'clock. I am fucking happy about that one. And we just had Cardi B. The crowd was silent because everybody forgot that Cardi B was the host of SummerSlam, including me. I genuinely forgot she was the host. She hasn't done any, I don't think she's done any promotional work for SummerSlam. Like, I could be wrong, I might be, but I didn't even know she was. I forgot she was the host. But we are kicking things off with Jey Uso and the one tribal chief, the true tribal chief, Roman Reigns, taking on Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, I think it is. Yeah, it's Braun Breaker. So let's get to this opening contest for SummerSlam 2025. So we just had Jey Uso and Roman Reigns taking on Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. Very fun opening contest, I'm not going to lie. They did do the play it back, which led into a top rope dive from Jey onto everyone else. That was entertaining, I enjoyed that. Roman doing a suicide dive that nearly fucking screwed himself over. Thank God he did the rotation over. Thank God he did that. This was fun. This was a really fun opening contest. Jey winning with the Uso splash and getting the win. I'm not 100% sure on that one. I feel like Bronson and Braun should have gotten it. But it may play into the world title match that is happening tonight because we do have Gunther versus Punk. So it may play into that. We don't know yet. But so far, this match, it was entertaining. It was good. Everyone's yeeting. Everyone's throwing their wands to the sky. It is Jey and Roman. So, of course, these two are going to be over. These two are definitely going to be over. But, yeah, it was a fun matchup. It was entertaining. I think it was a really good opener. We'll see what tomorrow's opener is going to be to kind of weigh it up and weigh up the pros and cons of it. But, yeah, it was entertaining. I enjoyed it. So, let's not waste any more time and get to our next matchup and the picks in between. So let's have Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez taking on Charlotte Flair and the Alexa Bliss. There we go. I had to think of a fucking name burn for a second. For the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. This was not bad. Like, I'm not really the biggest fan of Charlotte Flair, but this was good. Like, it's the odd couple that can't get along. However, will they coexist? It wasn't too bad. I enjoyed it. I thought this match was okay. Like, it's not the best match of Charlotte Flair or Alexa Bliss's career, but this was good. Like, it was entertaining. They are the champs moving forward. Gives reason for Liv to come back and basically beat the crap into Roxanne Perez for basically taking, for losing her the title. So, there is that as well. So, yeah, this wasn't too bad. I enjoyed it. It was all good. So, let us see what our next matchup is going to be. So, we just had Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross, and this was okay. Like, if this is the blow-off to the feud, then, okay, I'm down for it. Sami basically, Scarlett brought out a lead pipe for Karrion Kross to use. He didn't use it. He gave it, she gave it to Sami to basically be like, use it. He didn't. He basically threw it away, and then, overthrow power, the bomb into the turnbuckle, Helluva Kick, 1, 2, 3. You know what? Again, if this is the end to the feud, I'm happy about it. Like, I do like Sami, I do like Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross finally being on pay-per-view, I'm happy about, but I think he should have won this match, to be honest with you. So, our next match, so we've just had a nice tribute to Hogan. Hulk Hogan's passing sucks, so... for the tribute, it was very nice to see. So, yeah, that was entertaining. And now we have fucking Maybelline. Whatever the fuck. I believe it's makeup. I'm not so sure. I don't use that shit. So, let's get to our next matchup, shall we? Okay, so we just had Tiffany versus Jade Cargill for the women's title. And Tiffany retained. In a relatively somewhat quick match. I kind of don't agree with this. Jade won the Queen of the Ring. And she did win the feud against Naomi, I get that, but You know, and the feud is going to be Naomi versus Jade. I get that, but why not give her a win here? Like, Tiffany's been champ for over 200 days, and she's been good. Do not get me wrong, but give the win to Jade. What's wrong with Jade getting the win here? But it was, for what it was a good match. It was entertaining. Jade Cargill wins with the prettiest moonsault ever. But yeah, I feel like Jade should have won this. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I really do think Jade should have won this matchup and become the new women's champion, to be fair. So it kind of puts a bit of doubt now that Cody's gonna win tomorrow night, but we'll see moving forward. But again, it was entertaining. It was a good matchup. So yeah, let's carry on. We've now got Rock's new movie. It's like, I think it's Frank Mir's story. I think it's the Frank Mir story, if I recall. I'm not so sure, but it looks somewhat interesting. So yeah, well, it looks interesting. Right, let's match up. Let's do this. Versus Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre. I'm happy Drew won, but why did it have to be at the expense with fucking Logan Paul? Not a fan. Sorry. I will never be a fan of Logan Paul. I think he's just an absolute cock. This was okay. Like, this match was decent. It was basically just Jerry Roll getting the shit kicked into him for the longest time. It worked to a degree, but it wasn't the best. I still think Bad Bunny is actually one of the better celebrity wrestlers they've had in a while. Orton did well enough. It was fine. Like, the match was passable, but it just was a little boring. I'm not gonna lie. I was a bit like, to be honest with you. I hope, like, we've got the steel cage up. I'm hoping we're going to have maybe the US title match tonight, because it's like 1:30 in the morning and normally these shows are like 4 or 5 hours. So I'm hoping we're going to have the US title match, and maybe, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, we'll it was a passable match. It was a Claymore on Jerry Roll, RKO to Randy Orton, throw into the ring post by Logan Paul, and then the splash gets the win. So Logan winning is but Drew won, and I'm happy about Drew winning. So let's get to our next matchup, shall we? So we just have ship, and this wasn't bad. This was an entertaining matchup. I thought it was really fun, and somehow Gunther gets blade. Like, I don't know if he blades or if he actually gets busted open the hard way, but my God, it was brutal. I think he was trying to cut his nose or something. I don't know, but my God, it looks like it fucking hurts. But Punk hits not one but 2 GTSs and is your new World Heavyweight Champion. I think it was when he went into the table when he bled. When he either bladed or he actually caught himself. I think he may have caught himself. I'm not sure. But this was good. Like, I thought it was entertaining. The references as well tonight with Jade Cargill wearing the Jamaican flag for her gear. Punk wearing the Fantastic Four stuff, because obviously Punk is a Fantastic Four fan. This was good, but I'm not gonna lie, I really don't think SummerSlam needs 2 nights. I really don't. I think SummerSlam really needs to have 1 night. And you can say Mania can have 2 because it is Mania, it's the biggest show of the year. I get that. So I can kind of get behind Mania being 2 nights. I really can. But Punk is now the new World Heavyweight Champion. Are we gonna have a cash in? I really don't know. I don't know if Punk's, I don't know if Seth's injury or not. I don't know if that's a real or fake injury, but we could maybe see a cash in. I'm gonna stay on this just a little bit, just until we get to the point where it's out. But again, this was like 3 and a bit hours. like just under three hours or something like that. And you know what? Punk winning the world title, I can kind of get behind it. Like, we'll see where it goes and stuff like that. I'm happy Punk is champion again. It has taken a little bit of time, and I think it was just to make sure he was doable. It was he was a team player and stuff like that, which I did say when Punk came back, he should not win the world title immediately. He should prove himself, and he has proved himself. And you know what? If this is Punk's last world title win, yep, there we go, Seth Rollins, here we go. So we've got a cash in. So let's see what happens here. Yep, Seth is 100% fine. He is not injured. He was playing it. He is cashing in his Money in the Bank contract, and we are going to have a new World Heavyweight Champion. And 1, 2, 3. There we go. So yeah, Seth did batter the batter Punk with the briefcase. People are happy. Some people are booing. It's one of those things. How do you get the belt off Gunther and put it on Seth? Simply put, you do something like this. I actually kind of wanted Punk to actually hold the belt for a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. He has done a lot and he has improved. I think maybe this was a reaction point. And obviously this is going to be the, this was the idea, obviously, Seth cashing in at SummerSlam to screw Punk over one more time. So there is that. Braun is walking a little bit uneasy. He's got a bandage on his knee. So he might have hurt himself in that opening contest. Hopefully it's not a major, hopefully it's not a bad injury, or it doesn't hurt too bad. But yeah, Seth is our new World Heavyweight Champion. I'm not going to lie, I did want to see Punk hold the belt for a little bit. Maybe we'll see that maybe at Survivor Series, maybe at the Rumble, I don't know. Maybe even at WrestleMania next year. They put the belt on Punk at Mania. But I kind of want to see, Punk hold the title one more time and have a run with it. I really do. I think that would be a really nice thing to see. But you never know. So what do I think of the show? It was an okay show. Like, I don't think SummerSlam needs to be 2 nights. I really don't. I think maybe a longer SummerSlam is fine by me. But I don't think 2 nights is a good idea. Unless you're going to have a really good, unless tomorrow's going to be really good, then okay, fine. Like, we'll see what happens at SummerSlam Sunday. But I really don't think, I don't particularly like this Saturday SummerSlam. I really don't like them. We'll see how it goes. We'll see tomorrow and stuff like that. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully it'll be a good show. But yeah, that's my SummerSlam, SummerSlam Saturday review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will be back tomorrow for SummerSlam Sunday. So with that being said, TTFN. That's all for now.